Hello, greetings. This is again and again my condition. Oh, it's very, very painful inside. I wake up calling God and scared to say anything else. I don't know. बहुत सताते हैं अगर excuse me they find out, and they do find out through jinns. Muakil hai. I think there's only one person who is into who helped me in this occult lower psychic entities, and she's from America. So they opened me to jinns and all this. अच्छा बहुत सताते हैं. They harass me, annoy me, give me a lot of pain. If I appeal to UAE, माइंड को लॉक करके रख देते हैं उधर ही, scrutinizing each and every little thing, and so I cannot help but want change. Or you cannot change the outside, but you can appeal to people. Although anything I say will be held against me, meaning it will go against me. So on YouTube, what happened recently, you see this flip. I was so grateful. No matter if they don't agree or how sincere they are, of बहुत सताते हैं. For example, recently on YouTube, I had to leave all subscribe. I had to leave my subscriptions madly. So what if there are people who are we're at least we have the vision of not killing others, and they get me into this. I can't say this word. God help me. So I don't know whether there is a God. Sometimes feels like I'm forsaken by God, and so they told me recently again that they're going to F me, like they said before in Karachi. So I don't know what it is, who they are sending. But just a reminder, I can't do much. And I was on YouTube, so wondering who has done this. Not only that, I mean, how to get well, praying to God. Like I had a mother who, her prayers used to come true in London. I remember. And so if I appeal to someone out there, like NGOs or someone, they will eventually, I flip here and I'll be abusing and all this. So just a warning again. And so they are, whatever I see, I do want a good change in life. I wanted to first change myself, not others. Like be good, be able to have patience. Even though my trust is betrayed by another, even a friend, a close person, I should not be shaken by all this. And so I would request for people who are good. Yeah, there will be people out there who exploit, because inside there was someone exploiting and keeping us in a maddening condition, my mother and I. Since my mother got married in this family, she lost two children, uh, infants, female infants. And so people either they pretend or they don't know something they do. This family, you see, this family has gone on without the brothers and all. My two, what they did to my mother and her family, it is unspeakable. Unspeakable. Getting us against each other, even harming. So I was warned. I was warned by someone that if they couldn't reveal this witch's identity, because then they said that they would flip it against this person. Yeah, and they do. They can make you into an animal, or even worse. So, Kashmiris behind it. I don't know. The Kashmiris worked for my father's family in Karachi. So anything I do will be held against me. I will be myself saying things, doing things. I'm trying my best. So there will be people outside also giving me problems on social media. And I have to, if I didn't say anything, they'll say you don't say anything. And yes, if I take help, even then it backfires. So in Pakistan, there's no hope for anything. I don't know what they do. No, I know what they do. They send jinns. So all my aunts are, just, oh my God, how cancer and breakups, marriage. But this family, my father and his family, they go on in life quite well. So just saying that I suspected, I knew that my grandmother, because she harmed me so terribly, she could even do black magic, and there's a lot of evil, and so I don't know, find a solution someday or not, or just managing this. They've put on me tightly, uh, my father and his family, and I can't do much. So if I again, the ear thing just fell. So if I again, please understand, if you want to help out, please cooperate, and please forbear this that I'm doing. I cannot help but say this, and I'm sorry I'll have to do it again and again, even though from Sri Sri Ravi Shankarji, Eckhart Tolle, I like getting messages that one should not, complain and how to remain in this. I cannot remain in this condition. Pure awareness, just sitting there, closing my eyes, or going to sleep. So I have to complain. I'm helpless. I'm under duress. Like, so you'll have to just bear with me. Whoever's following me cares, and there will be people who will um, bag profit on my loss and my behavior, misbehavior. So, what can I do now? There's hardly much. Last night I couldn't even make my own food or call for food. So I just have to, I don't know what to do. God help, please. It's been for maybe some of you spiritualists are unaware, ignorant that what is happening to me. They haven't removed, like, I need a professional, but I cannot afford to have someone like they can afford to have an eye on me, and they already did convey the message in Karachi. My father had brought someone, Nadir Rizvi, Allama Nadir Rizvi, or maybe they put some camera in my this thing, and they make us do bad things, and then they say that we do this for their good. It's bad has no limit here if your mind is a psychopath, like my father's is, but covert narcissist, father and his mother and his family. So I cannot, but they go on very well in life. So my father heard against my aunts and all. So, yeah, and he's going to tell you that, namaz, and they are into this thing. In Pakistan it was not only us, we are into negative thinking and pessimistic thinking and in despair. My father was also complaining that these Muslims and they don't know. Then how come namaz at that time doesn't work? Even no, you have to try. If you are good, if I'm good, or if God is good to help me. So, oppressed, God cannot help the oppressed. And sorry to, I'll just show you here on. So this is about my condition. And another thing is that we prayed and prayed and prayed and suffered. They they finally won, separated me from Istisam. So recently on religion, my Shia Islam, I was what was I thinking of? Recently, I was thinking of how Bibi Fatma Zahra, we are told, doesn't like to see men and all that. Right? Didn't like that. She wanted to stay away from men, stranger, na-mahram, as we say. So so in Surah Nisa, can you believe the shock on one hand? Surah Nisa, so how come? Okay, they're very nice. I can show you these verses. You can go through the Surah Nisa. So I read through multilingual Quran. It does say that what your right hands possess at that time were these war captive women who were married to disbelievers, according to, and who attacked the Muslims. Okay, let's say they attacked the Muslims, and so they took these women. They took these women. Some people say mutta, even what your right hands possess, is like prostitution uh, in the Islamic, under Islamic rules. At least you can the man takes responsibility for the woman for a little while. He pays her financially for pleasure. For example, when my father was in Singapore, and let's say my mother wanted her husband, but she had to keep patience because they say a woman has a lot of patience. And the man in Singapore, he can have temporary marriages with even Ahle Kitab, like Christians and Jews, temporary marriages with them. He pays them. Then, if they have a child, he takes responsibility for the rest of his life for the child. So, for man, is this that Bibi Fatima wanted us and herself, like her followers, to stay away from na-mahram only. How superficial is it? Like I'm trying to see now, critically analyze this. What are we really made fools out of? While the men can go, whether they have a family, regard, like their daughters, they're very strict sometimes with their daughters. Shouldn't go out, shouldn't meet people, shouldn't go out in the night time, shouldn't go alone out. Very restricted. I mean, according to Islam, it is very, very strict what we do. Like, not girls are not allowed to go to parties or anything. Wear shorts like the Americans. But we used to in Karachi American school. Anyhow, I'm telling you the strict rules of Islam, right? So, not what we moderately practice, and we don't even practice our sometimes properly listening to songs. If there's anything indecent, like touching, we're not supposed to look at these dances or listen to songs in Shia Islam. And so I hope you can hear me. The mic goes off. Oops, it's gone off here. So my voice may be faint in one of my. I'm recording to download this video, upload it for YouTube. So let's see. Okay, this video I have a problem with. So the live stream, I'm on live stream also Facebook as Zahra Laila Jawad. Okay, so then now we have these dances and all, and I'm not going to. So we watched Indian movies and the dances, and the so I don't want to take someone's sins, my father's sins, on myself anymore. Before I would, but not now, because his family and him, they are criminals. They made my mother go insane, and they destroyed her family. They want so that this person, my father, is very clever. That not. if this my mother, then her whole family. The way they do it is terrible. So, and can you imagine my mother's sister, my beloved aunt, late Aunt Gaur, she brought this because of the negativity and all. She said a lot of prayers for me. She went to Bibi Zainab's pilgrimage. She prayed for me wherever she went. Any saint, even in Karachi, she prayed for me. And then the last time when I had this thing on me, they used to tell me like there's one Dua-e-Noor, not Surah-e-Noor, or maybe the whole surah or the whole dua you have to recite and take a shower with it, the water. I did that and many things, prayers in my. We have lots of prayers, but nothing helped remove this energy. Last time she brought this thing for me, sticker, Ya Hussein Shafi, Ya Hussein Kafi, and she told me to recite this. There's this Bismillah Rahman Rahim, Allahumma Salli ala Muhammad Ali Muhammad. No, Rahman Rahim, Ar-Rahman Rahim, yani Rasulullah, the most merciful, right? He's the mercy sent down. So this is how you recite it. I wrote it down. She helped me, and she had cancer, and she passed away. And she told me that she believed in God so much. She said that even if there's this wood that goes, dry, a dry twig, God can revive it and put life in it. So have faith, have faith. My other aunt was bringing and praying for me for the sake of Imam Zain al-Abidin. So, Gaur and her, they brought from Imam Sajjad, this title given to Imam Zain al-Abidin, the tabut. So they put it on the tabut and they, make it sacred. And I kept it here, Ya Ali. It's from Imam Zain al-Abidin's tabut. So, what do you call that? The tabut of, like in Surah Baqarah, there's a verse, the relics of the family of Musa wa Harun, and the family of Harun. Very sacred angels, bring this, there with this tabut. What do you call it? Something, I don't know what you call it in English. Okay, so all these prayers failed. And there's only grief in my heart. Because my grandfather, my mother's father, his sisters, my grandfather had a heart attack when I was in St. Joseph's College. That day, surprisingly, the principal had not come. I went because I wanted to just go there not to tell my principal anything, but that just to, excuse me, just to see that, just to go to college and be there and be grateful for my principal who brings peace in me. I'm sorry, without trying, she used to bring peace in me. I felt it was a great blessing of God. Although I would say that God should bring peace in me without depending on Mrs. Munira Gozar. But as much as I tried, it didn't happen. It was a natural thing from God that through Mrs. Munira Gulzar, I got peace. What can I do? And I even wrote there in my diary in college that Princey brings me peace. So they gave my grandfather a heart attack. Uh, Someone knew that one of his daughter, my aunt told me, that they killed her father, and after the grave of my grandfather, her father, she had nightmares and all this. And can you believe it? Like how my father, when he got married to my mother, she was only 13. He kept telling me that she couldn't get up. There was a time, and he wanted to divorce her, and he took her to my grandmother's house, her mother's house. So the mother said that when she will, no, just keep. Can you imagine? 13-year-old virgin. And he has the heart, and his family tortured her. So he used to tell, the mental torture. You could have, they don't look at these things. They never get any. You see, no matter what zulm she did, the grandmother, she never lay in bed like I would. Looking at, if I look at a video here, which is very rare, like, I wouldn't be able to get up. They can, and they are the ones who are doing who used to be cruel, mentally torture my mother at the age of 13 when she married in this family. And yet my father was also blaming her, my mother, that she's bedridden at times, she can't get up. I don't know how she got up, and she lost in infancy, two children, and yet the people always blamed. My father wanted the others, and then when he got married, it even got worse on us. I don't know what they use, but he will tell you, no, this person has shak, ye jadoo, or they talk, they're into this. So I cannot explain. And yeah, so now the grandmother is dead, but I mean this his mother. But since he got married, he's into. Recently, detected. I got some evidence against my father when I was in Karachi. So this particular lady had told me that it's your father who doesn't want you to get married to this person I was interested in to marry in London also. I said, no, shouldn't it be his father? Because I was told in London that his father wanted him his parents wanted him to get married to their the cousin. So the lady said, no, it's your father who doesn't want you. And things like that, like, I don't know what putting wrong, like he was serious. Now my health wasn't well. Another thing was that my mother would sometimes, jokingly, like, say, give me your ring. Something was not right with her too. So he recently in Karachi, when she was alive, he told her that you stole my watch. Give it to me. Give it back. Come on. And he was not like, come on, stop joking with me, or, you're just like that. She was like, no, no, I did not steal your watch. He put the blame on my poor mother for stealing his watch. And then I saw that he was quite serious about it. So I went upstairs and I said to mother, please, I told my mother, please don't joke about this. Amma, if you are, if you have taken, I didn't say stolen. I said if you're joking with my father and all this. She said, no, no, I really am, there's no joke. He's put the blame on me. I haven't. I said, if you've taken his watch, please give it back. She said, no, no, I have not taken his watch or ring or something like that. Anyhow, so I started to detect that there was something wrong with my father when I was also going to the principal's house after 8 years. Even the person who was jealous, or they would not want me to get attached, or they cared about it, or their minds changed, their hearts softened for me. But my father was like standing there. Where are you going? After 8 years. Okay, when my aunt was in Oman, she was married. So divorces happened to with both of my aunts, my mother's sisters. She told me that they went to someone who had this knowledge in spiritual psychic things. They told her my grand aunt had to take her because she had some problems. So it is this spiritual person, spiritualist. He had knowledge, and fortune teller and spiritualist. So he told they said that there's this black magic that can make you, like from Oman, it comes from Africa and all this. The Zanzibaris and all in Oman. So there's this it's quite common, like the voodoo and things happening. So he said there's a magic, black magic, that you can turn, I can turn, or through this kind of practice, if it's dark practice, like turning a person into a donkey, an animal, like that. So I think we should be aware of this and not put the entire blame, like I have now people putting blame on me. Why? Anything happens, little backfire. And please be careful. I've already said this, like distance mind control symptoms. It's like that, right? So please read about it if you care and if you want to help. And please don't aggravate the condition. Already my life is in ruin. I can't. So let's see when. Uh, I don't promise anything, but now the limited videos I see on YouTube, totally I avoid. So I just sit there here, play games, because hardly I can get up. I mean, I do get up, but not. I can't work properly. So please be careful. I know some people. I mean, if inside there were terrible people, then outside, what can you expect? But I have no choice but to do this. So I appeal to those who I've accused innocently, and they are innocent. And under duress, I've accused. Please forgive me, overlook and see that I'm mentally ill. They've put me in this condition, which is like too heart-wrenching for. I can't see it. I wouldn't. If someone else was in my condition, I don't know what I like. I do go complaining to God. So then my love for God, I don't love God for people suffering. Maybe you would say that it is a punishment, it is her karma, or something like this to, give a reason so that you can have faith in God and love Him. But the person going through it knows only what it is. So, we love, like, do we use God, the most powerful? Just like someone was saying recently, that they love Allah and all this. And that maybe they have had patience. But my God, don't ask me what I went through. And so another was saying before that, victimize, you play the victim and all this, right? Like Saima Peer, ex-friend. They're very, very clever people out there. If there were any good people, then this world will not be in the mess it is. Humanitarian crisis in Yemen, Afghanistan. So there would not be a crisis, right? And people, I just found out that in those who praying for me, who want to help out, whose hearts are bleeding perhaps for God. I mean, I don't want you to worry about me because it won't help. I, I've done my best to get well. Before this, to become a great person, good person, and be quiet about it. So we can pass by. Okay, I'll show you. So about this condition of mine. So I can't can't, like, let's see if I can find. I don't think so. They won't let me. The moment I say something, I flip the other way. And they make me scrutinize the sheikhs and small, small things when I should be just grateful for. This is a lot, at least in Pakistan. Oh my God. So they gave me these cases on YouTube distressing me about my sheikhs. But still, and I know that here there's can you imagine like a person of a lawyer, like you know uh, for his own person, psycho lawyers, covert narcissist lawyers. Where will our justice system? Already the Pakistan's justice system, judges watch mujras, I'm told, take bribes and whatnot. Pakistanis, and the good ones, they've pushed back. That's what I was told. I mean, I've heard in Pakistan, in 50/50, this TV drama, PTV, they said this thing about the buckets. There were all these crabs in the bucket, right? And all from different countries, but they had a lid on it. Every country like England, UK, Canada, USA, Australia, other countries had a lid on it. Lid on the bucket in which were crabs. But Pakistan and India, Indo-Pak, they didn't have a lid on. So they asked, someone asked, why doesn't this Pakistani bucket have a lid on? They said because any crab that wants to go up, climb up and, get out of the bucket, the other crabs pull him down. So this is the misal, this is the example of Pakistan. So we don't need to put a lid on the... Oops, my thing keeps falling. Where is it now? I can't, it went back somewhere. Okay, so, Pakistan, it's like this. So when Paramahamsa Vishwananda was saying about the Hindu, uh, the Asians, the bucket for Indian or his people, like. So recently he reminded me of the story in detail. I knew about it, but I didn't know how to say it. Like all the buckets, had lid on it from different countries. The crabs were from, but Pakistan. This is the tragedy of our Islamic Republic of Pakistan. So Kashmiri Punjabis putting Khoja Sindhis behind. Anyone, they take my own mother's relative very close to us. He was a great architect. You know what happened to him later? So when I realized, oh my God, तो ये शैतान की औलाद या माँ है या नानी है, ये पंजाबी कश्मीरी शैतान की नानी है. Okay, that's it. I have to go now. Thank you so much. I'll come back later to finish this, I guess. If I'm not sure.